Hi everybody, this is Beauty of Algebra, and today we're going to be looking at factoring trinomials when a is equal to 1. If you're interested in more resources, you can look at my website at www.beautyofalgebra.com. Before we get started, it's important to know what factoring is. In one of my prior videos, we talked about the FOIL method. Given two parentheses, you can multiply it through and get the trinomial. It's important to know that factoring goes the opposite way of FOIL. So you're actually starting with that x squared plus 6x plus 8, and you're finding out the two parentheses that it came from. All right, so let's actually just take a look at a few examples here. So starting with the factoring method, I always start factoring by writing out x blank, close parenthesis, x blank. And I list all the different numbers that multiply to give me 12. So if I think about these, I have 12 and 1, 6 and 2, 3 and 4. Trying to think of all the different numbers that multiply to give me 12. Then your goal is to figure out, what is the two numbers that would add to give me that middle number of 7? So looking at this, I know that 3 plus 4 would give us 7. Those are the numbers that would go in your parentheses. We know that a positive 3 and a positive 4 when added together give you a positive 7. You can also think of it as if the last sign is positive, they both get whatever the middle sign is. So whatever the middle sign is, that's going to be the two numbers in your parentheses, only when that last sign is positive. Let's try two examples here. So x blank, x blank. Two numbers that multiply to give me 2 would be 2 times 1. And then, hey, those add up to give me 3. All right, let's try another one. Let's say we have this, start with x blank, x blank. Okay, numbers that multiply to give me 14 would be 14 and 1, 7 and 2. So I can think of right now, but I do see that 7 plus 2 would give me 9. Last sign is positive, they both get the middle sign. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a few examples. You can actually get a little bit faster at these as well, and you might not actually need to list out this list at the side. Last sign is positive, so they both get that middle sign. And then numbers that add to give us that 8 would be 5 and 3. You can even check it, that negative 5 and negative 3 give us negative 8. All right, let's see. Let's take this one. And I'm actually going to not write the list out this time. I can see that 8 times 1 gives me 8, and 8 plus 1 gives me 9. So it's 8 and 1. They both get the middle sign. This last one, maybe right up here for more space, x blank, x blank. Numbers that multiply to give me 28 would be 7 and 4, 28 and 1, 14 and 2. But I can already see that 7 and 4 would add to give me 11. Last sign is positive, so they both get that middle sign. So they're both negative. But you may be wondering, okay, what about if that last sign is negative and not a positive? So if that last sign is negative, they're not going to be the same. They're going to be opposite signs. But we still start this the same way. So x blank, x blank. So you start with the parentheses. You still start by listing the factors, 42 and 1. We have 7 and 6. We have 21 and 2. This time, though, you want to think which numbers, when subtracted, would give you that 1. So kind of looking at this, I know that 7 minus 6 would give me 1. So that larger numbers, so we have 7 and 6. The one that was negative was the 6, and the 7 was positive. Another way to think of it, and this always happens to work out if that last sign is negative, between the two numbers, 7 and 6, the larger number, so the 7, would get the middle sign, and the other one would be opposite. So x blank for this next one. So factor the 20, we have 20 and 1, 5 and 4, 10 and 2, but I can already see that 5 and 4 would subtract to give me a negative 1. The larger number gets the middle sign. The other one is opposite. Let's try the last one. Here we go. So thinking for this one, we have x blank, x blank. We have 12 and 1, 6 and 2. I can already see that 6 and 2 would subtract to give us 4. The larger number gets the middle sign. The other one is opposite. And you can get pretty fast with these too, even without making a chart. I'll kind of show you here. So here we have x blank, two numbers that multiply to give you an 18, but subtract to give you 3. I know 6 times 3 gives me 18, but 6 minus 3 is 3. So 6 and 3. Larger number gets the middle sign, which is positive. The other one is the opposite of it, is negative. You can try this one, x blank, x blank. I know that 7 times 3 gives me 21, but then I know that negative 7 plus 3 gives me that negative 4. All right, x blank, x blank. I know that 10 times 3 gives me 30, but negative 10, so negative 10 plus 3 gives me a negative 7. Larger number, still got that middle sign. All right, I'm going to clarify all these rules so I have it in one place so that you can reference it again. We already said that if that last sign is positive, that signs are going to be the same. And both signs are going to be whatever the middle sign is. A few examples. So we said that last sign is positive, they both get the middle sign. Last sign is positive, they both get the middle sign. We also stated that when the last sign is negative, so this one is last sign is negative, signs are the opposite. One is positive and the other one is negative. And a little shortcut that you can remember is that the larger number gets the middle sign. So between this, if we factor it x squared minus 4x minus 12, the 6 is greater than the 2. The 6 gets the middle sign. The other one's opposite. The 10 is larger than the 1. The 10 gets the positive middle sign, and the other one is opposite. Just kind of throwing them all together now for practice. So really just starting, I see the last sign is positive, but you always still start with x blank, x blank. Last sign is positive, signs are the same. So I know they're going to be whatever the middle sign is. And I know that 3 times 4 would give me 12, but 3 plus 4 gives me 7. All right, here we go, another one. Let's try x blank, x blank. Signs are the opposite. And I know that 20 times 2 gives me 40. But I do know that 20 minus 2 gives me that 18. Larger number gets the middle sign. The other one's opposite. All right, let's take a look at just really 2 more, and that'll be the last ones we do for today. So this one we take, again, just x blank every time. I know that 5 times 3 gives me 15. 5 minus 3 would give me 2. So since that last sign is negative, signs are the opposite. Larger number gets the middle sign. The other one's opposite. All right, here again, one more. This one you gotta be careful on. So if we're thinking of factors, a lot of people will want to say 6 and 4, but 6 plus 4 is 10, not 11. Try 8 and 3. 8 times 3 is 24, but 8 plus 3 is 11. Last sign is positive, they both get that middle sign. Again, you can always find more resources at my website at www.beautyofalgebra.com. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.